Again, there's no market for it. Like there's very like I don't think a lot of people have graded them. So, but
dude, I'm about to start pulling up with Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm serious,
yeah,
man.
That would be awesome, man.
Oh, dude, you're pumping me up, bro. I got some ideas brewing in my mind.
Same,
I'm like,
you know?
oh, dude.
And so that's why, like I said, like my hope is to for this first one that I want to have everything set up. Set up right way, do marketing for it, to have some inventory of like other Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, whether it's bracelets, whether it's shirts, whether it's something to have out there, so that way get the word out, get Yu-Gi-Oh out there, things like that. And again, I'm it's just my passion.
For fun, man. Something aside from the hustle. You know what I mean? You gotta decompress from life, bro. Right?
Definitely, bro.
Yeah, 100%. What are some of the things that you dislike about Yu-Gi-Oh?
One, like I said, I'm not a hardcore. I won't compare myself to the hardcore fans and whatnot. I'm a fan. I'm passionate about it. I didn't like how complicated it had become with
playing the game.
With playing the game, I didn't like that. There was a freaking paragraph on the text box. Like, I don't know if you've seen them. Some of them have a paragraph that you can do 5 different things with one card. It's like, bro.
Oh, you're talking about the actual cards.
The actual card,
bro.
And it was like it to me. And again, again, don't want to offend anybody or anything, but that's my personal thing that I didn't like, where it was like took a lot of the fun away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it was like you had
too much going on already.
Yeah,
you gotta keep it simple.
Like the simple pot of greed, draw 3 cards, bam, done.
Simple,
what I
bro.
mean?
100%.
But it was like
Raigeki, remove all,
Yeah, there you go.
Simple.
Cancel all trap cards.
All the trap cards, and then you got Black Hole. All monsters get destroyed in the field. That's
Harpy's
cool.
Feather Dusters.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Harpy's Feather Duster. Bro, I forgot about that.
Just pop that one out and boom, everything goes. What is it? The
Fisher,
Mystical Typhoon.
Yeah,
the other one too. Like everything gets.
And Fisher, remember Fisher?
Yeah.
With the little hand, whoa, bro, bringing back so many memories, dude. I'm gonna try to remember my deck, bro. Once I see the pictures and the cards, I'll be like, oh, that was in my deck. This was in my deck. Oh man, dude. So many memories, bro. Brings back high school days.
Yeah,
man.
but see, that's the thing.
I agree with you.
And that's where it goes. OTC original. Just go back, to when life was simple. Man. You know what I mean? Just have fun. True. Just play the game. Yeah. Like don't get me wrong. Like I would love to learn, how the game is played. Not always. You know what I mean? Like you always want to challenge. Always want to challenge yourself, right? Yeah. So definitely. But but also, what it was at the core.
Yeah.
What it was at the core.
What it was like to start.
Why everybody fell in love with it. You know what I mean?
100%.
And so I'm glad that they brought this Genesis.
You know who actually is pushing Yu-Gi-Oh, bro? Young LA.
Young LA, okay.
You know what Young LA is?
No.
Like a bunch of workout guys, and they have like T-shirts. And one of my buddies, he actually works out for Zila. Shout out to Zila, man. And dude, he was big.
Yeah.
And he started working out. He's like slimming down, and he's like getting sponsors, bro, like crazy. And then I saw Young LA, and I'm like, bro, your sponsor gave me a shirt. Sold out, bro.
Yeah.
Sold out.
That's awesome.
I'm like, give me a hoodie. He's like, I put in an order for a hoodie. Hopefully I get it. He's like, what is that? I'm like, you never heard of Yu-Gi-Oh, bro? I think he's like a Gen Z. And I'm like, bro, Yu-Gi-Oh. He's like, I'll get you one. But dude, they're pushing it.
Yeah,
they're pushing it. Yeah, and they look, and the designs are hard. Which one's that one?
I dislike this one the most. It breaks my combos.
It's my boy Angel.
Yeah. No, there's some cards that they're in there. They're like, dude, I know.
Yeah.
I did see some of those in the bulk my buddy gave me. They do have a paragraph, and then you said they're link cards. I'm like, what is this? There's too much going on, bro. Like, stop.
But that was the fun, frustrating part of the game, where it's like you even at the start. You pull the cards that you need, and your first turn is like 5 different moves before the next person gets even a chance.
Yeah.
And by that time, who knows what they pulled, and you're like stuck.
Yeah.
Which is, again, like if you're able to build a deck like that, that's amazing. That's awesome, right? Mm-hmm. But for me, it was like I want to be able to go back and forth.
Yeah.
I did this. Now what you gonna do? Bam, go back at it. Go back and forth.
There was one card, I forgot what it was. It boosts up your monster by like 1,000 points or 1,500 or 500. What was that?
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few. There was like an axe that you can add on to someone. There's the black pendant that you can add that added about 500 points.
I think it might have been like a sword and a shield. If I'm correct.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it, but
there was a few. They're so cool. Man, I just bringing back so many memories, bro.
Yeah.
Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! We gotta do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Night, man.
Let's do it, man. I will be so
at
down.
the coffee shop in November. That'll be so cool.
Let's set it
Let's
up,
plan it, bro. Get some Yu-Gi-Oh! Guys.
Yeah, anybody, man. Roll through. Even if you don't have any idea
just
what
come
Yu-Gi-Oh!
hang out, yeah.
It's something different, man. Don't be afraid of trying something
Maybe
different.
some of these guys will refresh our memory how to play it legit again. How many points? Life.
So, like, these guys at this one was like 4,000 points, and then like Battle City was 8,000 points.
8,000 is the one I remember.
Yeah, 8,000 was like Battle City. Most of the game was like that. So again, I mean, it's just depending on what the trade shop wants to set up, things like that. Like that would be cool.
That would be awesome, man. Side little note, bro. What food place do you prefer, Denny's or IHOP, bro? Why?
Oh man. So the last one we went to was IHOP. My wife and my son, we went to IHOP. So as of now, I would say IHOP so before I went into the veterinary industry, I was in the restaurant industry for like about 17, 18 years, right? So I'm always gonna go with the place that has the best service, because that makes it all right. You can have good food,
That's true.
But if your service is not great, not a good experience.
Sometimes Denny's customer service is like
not the greatest, right?
Of course.
I mean, I'm always gonna give them the benefit of the doubt,
of
right?
course.
Yeah.
And some do have great customer service, really great customer service.
Yeah.
Denny's off of, like I said, I recently moved to Granada by the Chipotle, the Chevron, and the theaters.
Oh, you're talking about the one on Balboa and Devonshire?
Yes.
Yeah,
great customer service.
We go to that one.
Great customer service.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got but the one right here in San Fernando, bro. We don't even get refills, bro. I'm like, man, you want a tip, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I'm right there, like trying to make like, bro, can you hear? Like,
I'm eating the ice, bro.
I'm waiting for it to melt so I can drink it as water. Man.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what we go based on. So this last time we went.
What about food though? Like as far as like it tastes good. You still go with IHOP?
I would still go to IHOP. The pancakes.
What's your favorite combo?
I usually go just this traditional your stack of pancakes with your fried egg, your hash browns, and your sausage links. Usually, keep it simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about like outside of breakfast?
Outside of breakfast, I haven't gone there for outside of breakfast, but I mean
to IHOP.
To IHOP, I haven't gone.
I don't think they have much. I think IHOP is like just pancakes, right?
Yeah, I mean they have their steak and egg, but they're still eggs. You know what I mean? They'll have their burgers and things like that. Just like
I've never had a burger. You had a burger before? I've never had a burger.
There, like if I'm gonna go to Denny's and IHOP, it's gotta be for breakfast. Even if it's at 12 o'clock at night,
it's just a breakfast place, huh?
Right? Yeah, like if I want to go to burgers, I'll go to the traditional spots.
In-N-Out,
In-N-Out, or if I whenever I can make it back out to my mom's house out in South LA, there's this place called Tam's.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so it has some awesome.
Yeah.
Double bacon cheeseburger was always my favorite, bro. And the chili cheese fries there. Shout out to everybody at John C. Fremont that goes there. They know that spot. But yeah, I mean, whenever I go to IHOP or Denny's, it has to be just breakfast.
Yeah.
That's the
But
reason.
you prefer IHOP better?
For now, yeah. Just, I haven't been to Denny's in a minute, and IHOP, like I said, was the last place we went, and the service was great, the food was great, so, got to give it a shout out.
No, for sure. I think the one thing about Denny's, I always get it, the nachos, bro.
Oh, I haven't not had the nachos there.
And everyone's like, bro, you always get, what's a little hack? You get the nachos, you always come out first. You're eating first.
Oh, yeah.
It's
the easiest thing to make. Just put it
like, bro, you got your food. That's why I go with nachos. You can't, even if it's on, when I'm hungry, I go for breakfast.
Yeah.
Denny's, but yeah, you're right. IHOP does have way better customer service. Yeah. Most of the time.
Most of the time. Again, it's store specific. I don't want to pigeonhole everybody to that, but yeah.
Yeah. And IHOP, I feel like they always have great customer service.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm a fan of the pancakes. I still feel like Denny's.
Okay.
But if I had to choose one for breakfast and service, I think I would go with IHOP.
Yeah, same.
IHOP.
Yeah, like I said.
Because Denny's is kind of like, you kind of have to roll with the punches, right? You kind of get what you pay for.
And
it is a little bit more affordable.
And it all depends when you go, too.
Yeah.
Because if you go in the morning...
it's a done deal.
Yeah.
Forget it.
If you go in the evening where not a lot of people are going for breakfast, then you usually you're okay. You know, you get the better end of it. But, you know, it's always hit and miss depending what time you go.
Yeah, 100%. Where do you source a lot of your inventory, man?
So I try my best to buy, like, from Target, from trade shops, to get the actual, like, tins and, like, collections. Just because, again, I just want to get as many cards as I can.
And I actually do see a lot of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff at Target, huh?
Yeah.
They're not even behind, like, the Pokemon.
No. Like, the first one I found was in the toy section, like, just sitting there, you know? Like, it was right next to, like, the Lorcana, you know, they had it all right there. And it was just sitting there, bro. Like just a, like, don't want to say abandoned, but it was like, you know? So, like, I saw it and I got excited. I was like, you know what I mean? And so a lot of them, you'll find them there. You'll find that one there. Like, now, I do, like I said, like, I've gone to Walmart. I haven't really seen a lot of stuff at Walmart out in Puerto Rancho. Like, that's the usually one I go to. Or even Best Buy, they'll have some of the single packs, booster packs, you know. But, like, yeah, usually I try to go and find where they'll have the actual, like, tins and the little boxes and
even card shops, I don't think they have them.
No, like
interesting.
Since I started in July when I went to the Pasadena Front Row Card Show, they only had like about one vendor, maybe two, that actually had a good inventory of stuff. And so out of all the vendors that were there, everybody else was just either sports cards or obviously Pokemon, which is the big driver everywhere. But I've gone to a couple of trade shows and, you know, not a lot of, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. And, you know, I met a guy that had a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and I wasn't expecting to find anybody there, so I didn't have any of my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff there. You know what I mean?
So now you're going to take your binder.
So now it's like, okay, with more reason I got to take my binder because, you know, like, you never know. You'll find that one guy and, again, support him, man. You want to, you know, if I can and support, you know, even if it's...
So you're really trying to push the Yu-Gi-Oh, huh?
Yeah,
that's cool.
You know what
that's
I mean?
Cool.
It's something different, something that stand out. But like I said, it has to be something I'm passionate about. It's not, like I said, it's not about just making a profit off of it. It's just, I really love Yu-Gi-Oh, and I really want to, you know, find a community where, like, hey, man, on a Friday, you know, Thursday night, Friday night, where
we're hanging out, playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm going to go hang out with some friends, go play some Yu-Gi-Oh, just hang out, reminisce, you know what I mean? Or, hey, you know what? Let's go watch a Dodger game, and at the same time, let's go play something. You know, something. You know what I mean?
Pull out the deck.
Pull out the deck, and you're playing, and watching the game, or even, you know, just because, like, it's great to collect and, you know, sell and things like that. But, you know, like, it'll be great just to have a community, just sit down, like, hey, man, you know, because I see them a lot at trade shops around here, you know, that have like Magic the Gathering,
One Piece,
and have all these other, you know, trading cards.
I heard Gundam's getting big too.
Yeah, Gundam's another one as well that I've seen.
Like,
I actually saw, like, in one of my stories, Digimon one too, like, which caught me off guard. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's like,
that's cool.
Yeah, so it's like, so there's communities out there, you know, so like I want to find where it's like, you know,
there is no Yu-Gi-Oh community.
Yeah,
that I've seen so far.
Yeah,
here, around here.
Yeah. They're out there. I know.
I'm sure
there's a lot of people out there, you know, that do it. But it's like, you know, like, let's find somewhere where it's like, you know, everybody wants to show up, or, you know,
just come hang out.
Yeah,
you know. I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I really would like to get, but I don't know that I'll find it. Maybe I will. I don't know. The Kaiba toy for your hand.
Yeah,
sick,
I would love that. It's, you know, it's going for almost $100 and something bucks right now on Amazon or something, man. Like, if you look on Amazon,
the toy,
yeah,
brand new,
like the actual the whole Battle City one, right? The big one.
Yeah.
There's people that are selling it.
Wow.
But some of them are, you know, selling it for more than that. I saw that a lot of people were posting, the Yu-Gi-Oh people that I follow, that they had it at Ross. Like, just, you know how where they have all the toy section, but I would
don't even tell me.
No,
bro.
but I went. We went. I dragged my wife one night with my boy. We were like gonna go to the market, and there's a Ross right there. I'm like, let's stop right here. Let's go see. Nothing. It wasn't there. They're like, you know,
Ross.
But yeah, like, just randomly there. I'm like, are you serious?
I'm gonna screenshot that, bro. I'm gonna send it. My sister works there. I'm like, hey, you see this?
Yeah.
Shoot
Let
it.
me know, too,
Oh,
bro.
give me like the box,
Yeah.
like the pallet if it comes in a pallet.
Dude.
That's
that would be so
crazy.
cool, man.
Yeah,
to just freaking
just
carry
to have
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one
I remember that.
one to have displayed, one to pop open, bro. And that's the thing. Like, I want to get to a point where I'm like buying two of everything, where I can keep it as a safe
Just a
haven,
collector.
whatever, and then all the other things pop it open. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. So
100%. What's been your biggest regret this far about Yu-Gi-Oh?
as far as
Just anything like that you didn't start sooner, that you missed out on some cards, that you didn't save your cards when you were younger.
it's always gonna be not saving any of my cards, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, it's always gonna be because, again, at that time you're not thinking, you know, and you know,
Who would have
us-
thought, right?
Yeah, who would have thought? And then us, you know, I don't know if the same story with you, but as Latinos, you know, we're growing up fast.
Yeah.
You know, it's like your mindset is like, I gotta go and get into the world, start
Yeah,
working.
boom.
All of a
Yeah.
sudden you're like, you know, I got married really young, and you know, I got married like, I think I was like 20, 21. You know, like I got married young, and you know. So my mindset was all work and marriage and
Provide.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And so I never, you know. So now as a almost a 40-year-old, I'm aging myself, but I'm almost turning 40 next week. You know, now I'm enjoying all these things that I never got a chance to enjoy, like
Same
playing
here,
video
same here.
games, you know, trading cards, you know, and especially now that I have my boy.
Trying to show him the ropes.
My excuse. But it's like, hey, you know, like, you know, they're like, and you know, at first, you know, he didn't like Yu-Gi-Oh. I tried to show it to him. He didn't like Dragon Ball.
Oh.
No, for real. Like, I tried to show it to him when he was young.
What's your favorite Dragon Ball saga?
It's always gonna be the Cell Saga.
The Cell?
The Cell Saga.
I love the Android, bro.
Yeah.
Is that part of Android? He's an Android, kind of,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So it's like
It
Android.
just kind of blends in.
Yeah, blends in.
Because
leads into-
the Android was short.
Yeah, so Android starts off with them and then builds into the Cell Saga, which is pretty much like, you know, a lead into it. So yeah, so for me it's always Cell Saga because for me, again, being a dad now, it's like Goku encouraging his son to come out to his own, and Gohan becoming the Super Saiyan 2 for the first time.
Yeah.
Same thing. My message to my boy, I'm always going to encourage you
That's
to be
so
better
cool.
than me. You know what I mean? So, you know,
course,
again,
of course.
a little corny, but
But it works.
But it
Yeah,
works. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But
of course. Who doesn't want their
you
kids
know?
to be better than them,
So,
right?
but you know, I'm always, you know, even with video games, he didn't like Halo and Call of Duty, and things like that. He wouldn't, like, when he was young, he didn't want to, and then all of a sudden one day he's like, Dad, you know, I want to play Halo. I'm like, okay, all right,
That's cool.
I'm like, what happened when I showed you? He's like,
Yeah.
I wasn't ready then. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Did you ever play Star Fox 64?
Oh yeah, bro, of course,
Oh,
bro.
that's the
Yeah.
game right
Yeah,
there,
Star
man.
Fox
Star Fox
64,
64,
yeah,
dude.
man.
That's such a
Yeah,
great game,
yeah.
man.
Well, Star Fox 64, Super Mario 64,
Smash
obviously
Brothers
Smash Brothers,
64,
you know,
man,
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Those are, you know, like that's a
I played Quest 64. I didn't
No.
have Zelda.
okay.
Couldn't afford Zelda, so we got Quest 64. I know it's off, but I remember I played it and I got so good at it. And then my cousin was like, "Hey, I give you, you know," one of my cousins came from Oregon. Hey, you know, Zelda 64, bro. I got hooked on it. And you know,
Yeah.
obviously, you don't have the money. You can't buy the guide.
Yeah. You
I'm
don't
trying. I'm trying to there to figure it out. I'm like, oh, how do you figure this out? And I'm like, you trying to figure everything out. You're like, oh man, because you know he goes from a kid to being an adult.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and it's such a great
Yeah.
era.
Dude,
of
even
video
with
games.
Super Smash Bros., how do I get all these extra
Yeah.
characters? I had no idea how
Me
to get
neither.
them. I just played the game, played the
Don't they come out
well, you
as a
have
secret?
Yes.
What, to beat them?
Yeah,
to,
well,
to
you-
unlock them.
you had to do certain characters, I think it was, and then like your first one, the first time you passed the campaign or
You
whatever
beat
it
the
was.
hand.
Yeah, you get your first one, but
Yeah.
then there was always something you had to do, and I never knew until I was finally able to like either look it up or somehow find out how to get the other blank spots.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
no, for
man,
sure.
these kids have it so easy nowadays, man.
So as far as your inventory, it's worth about 600. How much have you put into it? How much money?
Probably because I didn't know what they were worth. Like, you know, like again, when I first started, it was just buying, right? Like I didn't know the value of it, so I probably, you know, in everything, probably about $200 to $300.
That's not bad.
Yeah, because again, I didn't know, and then there was a couple guys on One Eye that were like, they're really cool, you know, that they sell you like packs, like slabs, not slabs, I'm sorry, but bundles, you know what I mean? So they were just
Yu-Gi-Oh bundles.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh bundles. They were putting
Wow.
like Dark Magician bundles together with different versions of them and things like that. That I didn't know at the time that they were worth. Like I said, I went into this collecting. Like it was, I just wanted
Strictly collecting.
collecting. I just wanted to collect. And one night, and then when I started realizing, started looking up the cards, and I'm in one night, and I said, oh, this one's worth $10. This one's worth 15. Like, damn, I didn't even spend that much on on them. So shout out to this guy. They took care of me. But it's like I didn't realize it, and then then at that point, like I was buying, like I said, the packs and things like that, and getting pulls. And I didn't. Again, I was brand new to the whole, collecting and what that meant.
Yeah.
Obviously, I knew about the fact that if you had certain rare cards, they were worth money, especially following Pokemon. You know what I mean? So with Yu-Gi-Oh, it was like luck of the draw. But now it was like, again, because I work, and I have my responsibilities, I couldn't, be spending crazy amount of money. So
100%.
I put that, and so that's where I was like. Now I became strategic as to what I bought, how I bought it, what I was looking for, and things like that. So I've kept my at this point. I'm not looking to buy anything unless it's something that a collection that I don't have, things like that. But it's after I've already started.
Most of the stuff you're buying is for personal collection.
Yeah, so it was. Yeah. So
it was.
So now,
and then it became like a thing. Now you want to vend.
Yeah.
Vending, meaning you're gonna buy more Pokemon, more Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
To resell them.
To resell them. But like I said, if someone comes up to me, it's like, hey man, like I said, like the guy on TikTok that I told you that used to have this card or whatever. I'm okay with trading, bro. Like I'm okay. Like I don't have that version of that card. If you have it and you want this one, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like if I have, I'm okay with that. Like but yeah, obviously, in order to continue doing this, you do have to have your funds. Yeah. So obviously, I am gonna sell some of the things that I have and want in order to continue funding this and growing this. You know what I mean? Because obviously. Nothing's free, unfortunately. Even renting out spaces or renting out things.
A little booth, a little table.
Yeah, everything costs money, and so I am gonna end up doing that with, especially with Pokemon cards as well. But my focus is gonna be building that up. Yeah.
Wow, interesting. You can consider yourself like a fanatic Yu-Gi-Oh, or like mid, like super.
Like I'm a fan. Like I'll watch the show. I'm looking to buy merchandise, rocking the shirt, and starting to buy like little Funko Pops here and there to build my stuff.
I want the Time Wizard one. He looks so cool.
Yeah, like
I think he's limited edition to Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
I think he's limited edition.
I'm pretty sure it's Amazon. Wow. So and then Target has some of the Magician Gods in Funko Pops. So so I want to get those and whatnot, and just
I actually seen the Exodia in big.
Yeah, so I definitely want to take a trip down once I can go down to the Funko shop out in Hollywood. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of it, and look for whatever I can find there, bro.
I regret not buying it now.
Same,
I'm gonna get back into it though, bro. Like, you're pumping me up, dude.
Same, man. And that was the thing. Like, again, we grew up too fast, right? And our mentalities are other things and whatnot. And again, when I watched the show with him, kind of planning to see there, like, I still love Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, you know what I mean?
Yu-Gi-Oh is cool.
Yeah, and then when I went to Target with my wife and got that first set, bro, like I was like, I still have those cards. And like I said, I pulled the Dark Magician. It's a secret rare card. And I don't care if anybody is asking for it. That's not the one. That's the one card I won't. Like everything else, but that was the first card I pulled. Like that's the first pack I opened. Yugi's deck. That was the first one I opened, and that's the first card I pulled. Went into my badge, and that's the one I carry out always.
That's so cool.
You know what I mean? So
that is awesome.
Yeah. So I'm hoping. I know there's vendors out there that have gear. Like this one I got it off of what's that store called? Box Lunch in the mall. So I got this one off of there, and I was excited because it was like, usually it's like little kids shirts and you know what I mean. And so this one they had it, and they had it in my size, and I'm getting it. You know what I mean. I got some other wrestling shirts off of there too. But
that's cool.
Yeah. So this is the one you'll always see me along. Once I get other ones, obviously, but you'll always see me at the trade shows with a Yu-Gi-Oh shirt. I'm always gonna be
Dark
the one.
Magician want to be sick, bro. Dark Magician be super cool.
Magician,
question. I never really understood. Maybe I'll refresh my mind, but what was the deal with Yu-Gi-Oh? With Yugi growing, like being a kid and getting old?
What do you mean? Like when he?
When he duels. During the battle.
So remember the Millennium Puzzle carried the spirit of Yami, which was a pharaoh 5,000 years ago, right? So basically they would switch. So that was how kind you can tell when he was Yami versus when he was Yugi. Like he kind of grew a little bit, and his voice changed.
That one.
So so this is Yami right here.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So this is Yami right. That's Yami up there right now.
Yeah.
So that's
But
where
when he's a little kid,
that's the Yugi. So when the series started, it starts off with Yugi building the puzzle. So he finally puts it together, and then
I gotta watch those episodes.
Yeah. So when he's yelling Yu-Gi-Oh and he gets big and whatnot, that's him transforming into Yami. That's when he changes his voice and everything.
And he's like an adult.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, so
kind of.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Yami was a pharaoh back in the day, so he was older and things like that, right? At least that's what the story goes. And at the very end of the Yugi arc, the original Yugi, you'll see they become two separate people, and they actually battle at the end of that series. So you got to watch the end of that at the end of that arc before it transforms into the other Yugi arcs that they're out there. They battle, and so like in order for the Pharaoh to finally go off and rest into his his area, Yugi has to beat him. So in order to prove that they don't need each other anymore, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Wow. So I saw.
Yeah, I forgot it because I was. I forgot last time. Guy, who was it? I don't remember who it was, but once I watched the podcast again. And we're like, oh, it's supposed to be Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, all right, cool. I forgot about Yu-Gi-Oh! And then just put it on there, and I'm like, why does he turn into an adult from being a kid? You know what I mean?
So it's like, that. So so Battle City is kind of like where you find out who that other version of him is. Like, what's the story behind him and whatnot. So that's what that arc.
That makes a lot of sense, man. A lot of sense.
You see it a lot in this one right here when he's battling.
This is your boy, dude.
Yeah, there he is, man. So when he's battling Pegasus, Pegasus has that eye, and he can read your mind, right? So that's one of the Millennium items. So one of the things they come up with is switching back and forth because the other one doesn't know what the other one pulled, so he can't read that mind, right? So
he can read the little kid mind.
Both of them, right? With the Millennium eye, he can read anybody's mind. So that was where his advantage would come in, being such a great dueler for Pegasus, because he can see what card you're reading. He can see your card because he can read your mind.
Wow.
So yeah.
So I forgot. What does he have to do to like not being able to read his mind to pull a card?
So he switches between being Yami and being Yugi. So it's all this big buildup, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the cool part. Again, again with Yugi, like playing the game, it's always strategy. Yeah. It's always about strategy. Damn, this guy pulled this card. I don't know what he has in his hand, so if I'm gonna do this,
because you can what's that? You can have a poker face. You can front right and just kind of set him up and boom, You can bait him into attacking you in order to activate this trap or whatever. What was that one that there was a trap card that had like a little hole?
The Trapple. Yeah, pretty much. As soon as they
drop it in, boom, done deal. It's a wrap.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. They're right there. So right here he's pulling out the Black Magician of Chaos, man. One of the versions of Dark Magician. So that's the cool. That was always one of my favorite like episodes when he pulls him out, man. Like he sacrifices those two. Yeah, that was cool. Wow. So I finally got that card for that character, so I was so excited when I pulled that one.
Wow, I forgot about all this, man.
Yeah, man.
So cool to have, like the memories refreshed, because I was in high school when this came out.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
I was in high school. And I was like in 10th grade.
Yeah, and in high school you're
oh, I remember this guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And in high school you're like you're playing a card game, bro. You're playing Pokemon, playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's like, especially in the area that you grew up in, right? You had to grow up fast, right?
Yeah,
and so
that's true. I remember when they first revealed this one, everyone was like, "Oh, bro, the cartoon." Dude, I think it was KTLA.
Yeah, Channel 5, bro.
I remember.
It had everything, bro.
I remember.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you had to wait a week for all these to finish. Freaking Dragon Ball, Pokemon.
Yeah, bro. Like, bro, the Frieza saga felt like an eternity, bro.
Dude.
Now the Super's so fast. I'm like, nah, it's not even like before.
Yeah,
I felt like it was like 3 years, bro, before he fought Frieza.
And then when we had seasons, so the season ended, it was left at an arc, so you had to wait till it started back up again to even finish.
I think they left it at where like he was gonna fight the Ginyu or something, right? Or I never seen it in English where he fought like Captain Ginyu.
Yeah. Okay.
I just think the last one I ever seen in English was he fights Raccoon,
Okay.
the dude with the red
Yeah,
hair,
yeah, yeah.
and that was it. And
Yeah.
then they would restart it to the beginning. I would get so upset. I'm like, come on, man. Now I have to wait all over again for this thing to go
Yeah.
back. And I'm like, oh, nah, man,
yeah.
I'm cool.
I tell my son all the time, man, you're spoiled. You can literally watch the whole
Yeah,
thing.
you can rewind it. You can,
You can fast forward to where
yeah.
you want to start off, man. I mean, with
Even with seasons 2 now, right? Like
Yeah.
on TV, you can watch. Like you want to skip that whole season, you want to go to the. It's a whole season in itself. Yeah,
man. Like, these kids nowadays are spoiled,
yeah.
man. They don't
It's
know
a whole different
the
ballgame.
learning patience.
Yeah,
like
you're
even
right.
Like, yeah,
you're
like
right,
this
yeah.
battle itself was like 6-7 episodes, bro. This battle itself,
And we're just watching it right now.
yeah, it's going in an
Yeah.
hour. You're watching
Yeah,
the whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You're
Yeah,
watching the whole
100%.
thing. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You just be like, oh,
Or
man, I have to wait till Monday.
or you had to buy the DVDs afterwards. Remember buying the DVDs and, or
bro.
you know, or VHSs for
I know. I remember. Like, see, I have the Android Saga
the
VHSs.
trunks, bro.
I remember when they first came out. I'm like, my buddy was like, hey, let me borrow it. Like, oh, he let me borrow the Android, and then the Cell was just coming out, and they formed the Cell.
Oh yeah, they had
bro.
everything,
dude.
Yeah,
That's
was-
such a
yeah,
dude,
I mean,
memories.
I don't know what his mom did, but I had a lot of the Dragon Ball Z's when I was with his mom.
No
when I was married to
way.
his mom. Yeah, like I had them all, and so I don't know what she did with them, but but they were all
Yeah.
there. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I remember the DVDs. They came out from that to VHS to DVDs.
Yeah,
It's like, man, it's
Yeah.
such a game changer, dude.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everything's so different.
Just put it on YouTube, man. Just
I know.
Put it on
Just
YouTube.
throw it
You
on
find
there.
everything,
Yeah,
bro.
you find
no
it right there.
commercials, nothing.
Bro, commercials!
Dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
man,
word.
watching the
Commercials,
same,
bro.
The same farmers insurance.
What was your favorite commercial, bro? Mine was the cereal ones.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
Gotta Have Your Pops?
Yeah. Or Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp.
What about They're Great? Like they had Tony the Tiger.
Yeah. Or Crazy Rabbit. Chicks are for kids.
Oh, bro, that's so
yeah.
true.
Man, they don't know anything
They don't
about
do
that.
commercials,
No,
though.
not. I mean,
Yellow Pages.
The yellow page, the white pages, bro. Yeah, man.
Dude, such a different world.
Yeah.
Different world, man.
Man,
100%.
everything you need is in a freaking handheld device right now, bro.
Why even get a laptop, bro?
Yeah.
Just right here.
But that's the difference, right? With Yu-Gi-Oh, like, right? They have, or even Pokemon, right? They have all the video games and whatnot. That's great. Yeah, but I love being able to hold that and just like, hey, using my imagination that I could.
Yep.
I have the whatever, if it's Charmander or if it's Dark Magician,
Yep.
just imagining that, right? You don't have
Yep.
your imagination no more because everything's
100%.
on the screen for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, like it's
Yeah, it's
great.
cool.
It's great to be able to see them and whatnot, but like to be able
This,
to,
this stuff actually made you think. Yu-Gi-Oh actually made you think. Because
Yeah.
I would be like, I'm gonna try to because obviously I would play my friends.
Yeah.
And I knew what he had. I knew what was his best card. I'm like, I'm trying to find strategies on how to beat that.
How do I
card.
block you while
yeah,
at the
how
same
do I
time
block
and
you?
I'm attacking
I know
at the
you
same
have this.
Yeah.
You know, when you use that magic card, I'm gonna use this trap magic.
Yeah.
Imperial. You know.
Imperial Order, whatever.
Yeah. So
Or
you had to
or the
use
7 tools of the bandit. I'm gonna sacrifice 1,000 points in order for you not to be able to use that. Oh man, just
So
remember
many
those.
things.
Yeah.
You put it face down.
Yeah, like
you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
What could it be? Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you had to think about it. Obviously, you know, with Pokemon, again, it's strategy, but it's I got to get to my evolved form, and or you're done. You know what I mean? If I can get to my Charizard or whoever, you're done because I can attack you before you even get to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but like,
Wow,
the Yu-Gi-Oh!
man.
Yeah.
Such a. Anything else, bro? You want to say before we end the podcast,
Nah,
bro?
man. You know what? Honestly, well, two things. One, I'm appreciative of you. You know,
course,
we
man.
finally able to get this down.
know.
So thank you for this, man. It's been
course.
awesome. But also, I got a few things for you.
Oh, no way,
For
bro.
sure, man. Again, just like I said, man, it's about spreading the love, spreading you know
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh and whatnot, and like I've done it
I'm
for.
gonna check out your binder after
Yeah.
the pod.
Here we are, man. So
Let me see.
just a few, just a few things that I got. You know, nothing crazy. For you, brother.
Oh. I'm gonna be addicted now, bro. I'm gonna have to get back on the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. So obviously, you told me you love Time Wizard, so Time Wizard's right there for you, brother.
Oh,
And
thank you so
obviously,
much, bro.
Dark Magician's
see.
there.
Oh, Dark Magician, bro. Red Eyes.
And the Red Eyes Black.
Blue
You know,
Dragon.
core things out of our childhood growing up.
Thank you so much, bro.
Well, yeah.
Time Wizard was like the one, bro. The effect and so yeah, the little card on the bottom. What did it say, bro? It had like a little.
I think it was like Konami, no?
Yeah. No, I think it might have been like the. Was it? I don't know, but what does it say? I don't know. I can't read it.
It's a little darker in here.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Thank you so much,
course,
bro.
man.
Definitely is gonna go on my personal. Actually, you know what? I have a little. It's right there next to the big Pikachu Happy Meal to the left.
Okay.
You know what that is?
Oh, I see that you.
Yeah. Okay. I guess someone, buddy of mine told me before. Who owned it? Konami.
Yeah.
Before Konami owned it, there was another.
There was another one. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, that was made before Konami
before
owned it.
Konami owned it,
Yeah.
before
so I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put those in there,
free.
bro. It's
That's
so
awesome,
cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you want to say, man? Where can people find you
Okay.
so they could go to your first event, bro? I know I'll be there. If it's not a Sunday, I'll be there.
Yeah.
It's well. If it's a, let me rephrase that. If it's a Sunday after 12, I'll be there. Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know you have your commitments, but again, you can find me on Instagram, find me on TikTok, OTC Gamer Dad. It's pretty much a you have the Dark Magician with me wearing Laker gear, on there. So
that's right.
You can find me there. Huh?
Kobe fan?
Kobe, bro. Always, man. Always. Bro.
I was a Jordan guy.
Yeah, you were. No, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, Kobe gave his props to Jordan, bro. Like that's Kobe's big brother, man. Hell yeah. So yeah, always, man. Always respected him, and no hating on LeBron or anything like that. But 20 years with the Lakers, you're gonna. That's our
loyalty, bro. That's the same thing that I like. Stephen Curry, bro.
Yeah,
he's loyal,
Curry,
dude.
No matter what, man.
No matter what.
No matter
I think that's what's a diehard, right? Like,
yeah.
That's respect to that, bro.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you got to make your money. You got to make your money. Whatever you do your thing. But for me, always going to be loyalty, right? People that are going to stick through the hard times and whatnot. And Kobe, don't get me wrong, he wanted out at some point. But
he did.
Yeah, back then I think it was 2007. I want to say roughly 2007. He did ask for a trade, but the owner.
Where to?
He just wanted out. Like he wanted out.
There was a bunch of
because it was during that time period. He was still dominant, but he didn't have the greatest team.
Yeah.
And I think
he had a bunch of dudes. I remember a bunch of dudes who were kind of like, why are they there, bro?
Yeah.
I remember.
But again, loyalty. He said it himself. Dr. Jerry Buss. Rest in peace. Both of them, right? Rest in peace. But Dr. Jerry Buss talked to him. And he had respect and love for him, so he stayed. That's when 2008 they got Powell, and
I remember,
and that's when they went on that run. So, anyways, so you'll find me wearing my Laker gear on there as my avatar. Again, I don't have the full details of my first show. I'm working out it because again, I want to make sure that I have everything ready, do it the right way. Do right by the people that are inviting me to that show. I don't want to just show up and just not have anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm
one of the things my wife always says, I'm an overthinker, bro. So I overthink everything. Want to make sure I do everything right and everything. So if I feel like it's not going to be short, I'm gonna be short of what my expectation. I probably won't do it. That type of thing. So I'll put out details once I know for sure when and where. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that the Simi Valley one that was brought to me, I'm able to do it. So I'll follow up with that one.
Sounds good. So just Instagram, no TikTok?
And TikTok. Same thing?
Same name?
OTC Gamer Dad, yeah.
That's cool, man. Well,
man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you coming, man, to the podcast, bro. And this is season finale, bro.
Oh,
TCG.
okay.
Nice. So,
Okay.
do different. Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, something different. Like I said, that's what I want to do. Something different, but, just be out there with Yu-Gi-Oh, man. I'm excited,
I was actually going to wrap up, season 2. And then I said, you know what, you could be cool. And then you were like, I'm down. I'm like, all right, I'm with that. I'm with that. And because usually it's about when they come to the podcast, it takes about a couple weeks, sometimes a month to drop. Because I just have them scheduled.
Well, of course.
And this one's gonna drop Tuesday.
Oh,
Part
already?
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. Hopefully,
and then I have a Game Tower following up season 3.
Okay,
opener.
Game Tower.
That one's gonna be cool. And then I have another games for us lined up, and then I have Into the Retroverse, and then I'm gonna jump into season 4, which is gonna be event host, people who organizers.
Oh, that would be awesome, man.
So I got a couple things. You know what I mean?
No, I've learned a lot on your stuff. Like I
on the way. You heard of all?
Yeah, I started watching it, especially my first one was BJ, right? So that was my first one. So again, shout out to BJ. And he was the first one that that advertised your show that I saw, right? And that's how I found you, and that's how I was watching it, and yeah, I was like, man, that's great information. Yeah, it's cool vibe. I love this room, brother. Like I told you, man.
Thanks,
I
bro.
walked in. I was like, man, this is a.
You know what I gotta do? I gotta do reactions when people walk in. Right?
Yeah, you should.
Bro, everyone is
Yeah,
like, bro, what is this?
dude, you saw my reaction when I saw the 6'4", bro. Like, I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Everyone who walks in, I think only got one guy's like, bro, you have a monster fridge? Are
Yeah.
those illegal? And I'm like, I bought it on offer up, bro. I bought it on offer up.
Yeah,
you know, it's like I just bought it on offer.
But this
Yeah.
is, again,
Thanks,
you know,
man.
love it. It's cool, and so yeah. So I started watching it and started going back and watching everybody. There was I think another guy that shout out to him. I think it's called SoCal Collectibles. No, you had him on your show too. I think it's SoCal Collectibles.
Collectors Den?
No. He's a he was on here.
Coast Collectibles?
Coast Collectibles. Yes.
He was actually at the show too.
Oh yeah.
I went over there to like try and reach and like pretend I was gonna steal a car.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, like, oh, what's up, bro? You know?
Yeah. So you'll actually see. I gave him I'm hoping it's the same person we're talking about, but I gave him a Red Eyes Black Dragon at SoCal TCG, the one they have it in Anaheim. Yeah. So I posted him. I think you liked it.
Yeah.
I think you saw it.
Yeah.
I posted him with him taking one of my Red Eyes.
Yeah,
Black
it was.
Yeah.
That's he was when it was him. Coast Collectibles.
Coast Collectibles. So sorry, my bad, man. I wanted to get it right. Sorry, folks, but yeah, that's another dude that was legit.
Cool.
I met him at the at that show as well, the previous one before that one, and you know he was great, man. And then again, that's what I love about this community. Like everybody's welcoming. You know, so far that I've met, they've been welcoming. You know, willing to talk, willing to just share. You know, experiences. We talked Yu-Gi-Oh, we talked Dragon Ball, so that was cool. Yeah,
I mean, everyone has a Dragon Ball. Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
I
Why do you
mean-
not watch Dragon Ball, bro? It's like, it's such great.
iconic, man. And the
Yeah.
storylines and everything.
The way
man.
they blended. I haven't. Have you watched the new one at all?
Yeah.
What is it called?
Daima.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Daima, something like that. Yeah,
I haven't gotten into it. Have
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I watched some of it.
What is it? What is it based out of?
Well, it's pretty much a continuing arc. It's a different, you know, it's so you know in GT, right? So GT.
I didn't watch GT.
Okay, so GT, Goku gets made into a child again, the child version of him, right? So this happens to I'm pretty sure it's Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo all get made small. A bunch of them get made small, so they're going
How?
around
Just-
trying to. Like some people do wishes them and they made small. I think something like that. Like I said, I've
Okay.
watched it briefly. But what I loved about it is that they redid Goku becoming Super Saiyan 4 right. They redid that a different version of it, and I've always loved that version of of his Super Saiyan. And then they gave Vegeta finally Super Saiyan 3.
Oh, he never did Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he had never done Super Saiyan, so they made it official. Him turning Super Saiyan 3. Which was freaking awesome. Yeah, and you know,
That's so cool.
I love Vegeta. You know, obviously Goku. Everybody loves Goku, right?
Goku's
right.
Yeah.
But you know, my nephew loves Vegeta. Shout out to my nephew. But like to finally see him get that one, that was pretty cool.
That's so
that
cool,
was pretty
man.
cool. So you should at least check out those
will.
episodes when
I
he
will.
does.
Check it
Yeah,
out, check it
those were really cool. Like
Sounds good,
Yeah.
man. Well, again, bro, pleasure having you here, man. And hopefully we get to do a Yu-Gi-Oh trade night. That'll
Let's
be cool.
do it, man.
You know,
Let's
at
do
the
it,
Region Coffee. Shout out to Region Coffee, man. And thank you guys for sticking in until this season finale of season 2. Season finale, man. Shout out to you.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man.
It started as fun. Now it's building to like 3 seasons, 4 seasons.
That's
you know,
awesome,
we'll have a
man.
season 100 or something.
Let's
Nah,
do
man.
it, man. Yeah, man. You should have one where you have a bunch of guys come back for one.
I actually do want one, bro.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool, man. Have
It's
a
gonna
bunch
be
of
like
you-
I don't know. I'll try to figure out something cool to call it. But yeah, I do want to have like 4 guys in here talking,
There you
you know, about the market.
Yeah.
You know, just different, maybe Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
You know,
that'd be cool, man.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Sounds
cool,
good, man.
Thank
You're
you again.
local, so I'm trying to find local guys, so it's convenient for all of us.
Yeah.
Sounds good, man. Well, thank you guys again for sticking until the end of this episode, and hopefully we'll catch you on season 3. I want to shout out all the vendors who came down and were part of this season 2 podcast. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the support, and just share, like it. A simple like goes a long way. And hopefully we'll see you guys at an event, and you'll probably see my boy OTC at a card show, his first card show, huh? Go
Yeah,
support
man.
him, go follow him, like his page, his Instagram, his TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok.
You know,
Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah,
You know, go out there and show them some love, man. Retro Ground OTC out, man. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.
Thank you, guys.